A lot of men say, I'm alone, but that's not always the right word. Most of the time, you're not alone. You are isolated. And yet, there's a difference. I'm Lieberman, forced to be alone but free to decide how to live it. And this distinction matters because when you confuse the two, you end up trying to fix the wrong problem. Being alone is physical. You are by yourself. No one's around. No one in the room. And honestly, being alone isn't always bad. Some men need solitude. They recharge that way. They think better that way. That is the case of the introvert, as I am. So alone doesn't automatically mean suffering. You can be alone and peaceful. That's important to say. But isolation is something else. Isolation is emotional. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely disconnected. You go to work, you talk, you make jokes, but nothing really lands. No one knows what's going on inside you. No one checks in, no one expects you. So even when your phone rings and buzzes all the time, it doesn't feel like connection. It feels like noise. And that's exhausting in a quiet way. It drains you without announcing itself. This usually happens slowly. Men stop sharing small things, they keep conversations light, they avoid being a burden, they tell themselves, well, everyone's busy, I don't want to bother anyone. And that feels reasonable until one day they realize there's no one they can really call. Not for advice, not for comfort, not just to talk. And that realization hits hard because isolation doesn't feel dramatic, it feels normal. This also shows up in dating. A man might be seeing someone, but still feel isolated because connection requires more than presence, than physical presence. It requires being chosen, being wanted, being allowed to be imperfect. When dating stays casual, undefined, temporary, men don't anchor emotionally. So even when they are not technically alone, they still feel isolated. Women may not intend this, but men notice when connection lacks depth, and depth is what ends isolation. Isolation does something that is subtle. It convinces man that this is just how life is now. So they stop seeking depth, they stop expecting closeness, they stop believing it's available. And the scary part is you you can build a whole life like this, being functional, stable, empty in quiet ways. Isolation doesn't break you, but it slowly shrinks you, and that's why it's dangerous. So yeah, you might not be alone, but you might be isolated, and those require different solutions. If you felt disconnected even when people are around, if this distinction finally put words to it, so yeah, you're not the only one. So that's all for today for this short reflection of the day and second live stream. If something of this has been helpful, please like the video replay and share this content and subscribe to the channel. Take care, guys, and see you in the